Hi everyone and welcome back to George's Books 83. So today we are talking about Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This book is by Ransom and it's definitely a young adult sort of genre book. I'm not sure if you would call it fantasy or what it would lie under, but maybe a couple of different genres, to be honest. It's now been made into a movie, so the cover of this book is obviously relates to the movie. You may recognise this actress here. I'm not sure of her name, but I know she was in she was in a programme, was it called Penny Black maybe? But yeah, she's really good. I haven't actually seen the film, so let me know if you have. I have been told that the film's very good, so I probably will look out to watch it, but I'm glad that I haven't watched it and that I got to read the book first. So I will, as always, read you a snippet off the back. It says, "A mysterious island, an abandoned orphanage, a strange collection of peculiar photographs. It all waits to be discovered in Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. An unforgettable novel that mixes fiction and photography in a thrilling reading experience. As our story opens, a horrific family tragedy sets 16-year-old Jacob journeying to a remote island off the coast of Wales, where he discovers the crumbling ruins of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. As Jacob explores its decaying bedrooms and hallways, it becomes clear that Miss Peregrine's children were more than just peculiar. They may have been dangerous. They may have been quarantined on a deserted island for a good reason, and somehow, impossible though it seems, they may still be alive." So Jacob, as it says, is a 16-year-old. He actually is American, so he comes over from America to Wales. It starts off and his granddad tells him all these stories and shows him these photographs. And these are some of the sort of peculiar things. As he's growing up, he loves the stories, but he never knows whether they're quite true or not. So when his granddad passes away, he is left with a few mysteries which he decides he wants to solve, hence going to Wales. And he goes over with his dad. So Miss Peregrine is this lady here, and she has a home for all these peculiar children. The children have all of these sort of these gifts. So one is invisible, one can make fire, and Jacob discovers a lot about them in different ways. I shan't go into that too much because that will spoil it, but it's brilliant. It's so well written. It just captures your imagination brilliantly. You sort of fall into their world with them. Yeah, really great. And the description of things, like I say, it's almost like you're there sometimes. It's really real. This is the first book in a series of 3, I do believe. It's a trilogy, so it's a Peculiar Children trilogy, and the next 2 books are called Hollow City and Library of Souls. I'm really glad there's 2 more books because the ending left me wanting so much more, and it felt very unfinished. So if this had been an only book, I'd have been really disappointed with the ending. But the fact that there's a second and a third makes me just want to rush out and buy them so that I can read them. It does give you a little snippet in the back of this one of the next book. It also has some pictures in it from the movie, and throughout the book it's got sort of some of the peculiar photos. All of the photos throughout the book are ones that people actually have been found through, I think through like antiques fairs and things like that. Let's see if I could find when. So, there's a few dates. I think the most recent, it's originally published in 2011. And then the latest date on this one is 2016. So it's been out for quite a while. I just totally miss loads of books because I haven't been actively reading properly in years. But I'm so glad I came across this one. This one, I actually found this in a charity bookshop for £1. So this is a real good bargain. it was definitely something I would read again, possibly before I read the second one, depending on when I can get my hands on it. Definitely a 5 out of 5 book for me. If you love like sort of YA stuff, yeah, like I say, fantasy, that all sorts of, just something a little bit different, I think you would absolutely love this one. I'm sure many of you have read it anyway. So let me know down below if it is a book that you've enjoyed. The characters are all just great. I think you definitely find one that you sort of take to, or you want to know a bit more about. For me, it was this guy here, the Invisible, I think he was called Millard. I just love how he turns up now and again, and it just must be really fun to be invisible sometimes. And just, you know, he could do so much and people didn't even know he was there. So that was great. It has got monsters in it as well, so it's got that sort of evilness to it, as well as this light-hearted, the fun side. So like I say, definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching this. If you haven't already, make sure you click on the subscribe button down below. Leave me a comment, a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.